Greetings, hello, welcome, salutations, all of those good things. Welcome back to the Spectre of Anti-Blackness, which is a podcast by me, where I talk about. If chances are, if you're listening to this episode, it's not the first episode, and you already know what I'm talking about. Um, if not, check out previous episodes where I explain it, or read the description. That's That's an option. Anyway, I've been putting it off for a while. We've been on a bit of a hiatus. Life, it happens. Uh, so today I'm gonna finally do it because I said I was going to. Which is rewatching Lovecraft County. There's this thing that I do, I suppose, where I watch something and like I like it, but not enough to where I want to watch it again. If that makes sense. Which is why I've been putting this off for a while because it's like, it was good, but was it that good? And like, I got to spend all this time and watching it again. I could be watching something else, sort of thing. But it's been a while since I've seen it, and I do remember uh waves, up and downs, uh crests and troughs, highs and lows when watching it the first time. So, I will talk about it. I am going to I'm gonna watch it here uh at some point. Now I suppose you already know from the title of the episode. I don't. Whether or not this is going to be a full series like the Underground Railroad was, or if this will just be a quick one episode take. Whether it's like, a couple short episodes, a couple long episodes, one really long episode, or one, short episode. Maybe I don't have that much to say about it. But I am going to watch episode one, and then after that, I will take a moment to decide whether or not, then I'll record the episode, my episode, not the show's episode, and I'll find out, if this is gonna be a whole thing or not. Let's see. Any what would you call that? Prefacing. Any prefacing thoughts before we start? Are just gonna be about what I remember of the series and kind of like kind of like how I did with The Harder They Fall and Black Panther, whatever else I've watched or rewatched on here. Um, what I remember about it, likes and dislikes. Um, I didn't quite like the relationship between the two main leads. It's very like, I mean, parts of it I did like, other parts I didn't like, which I suppose we'll get into that once I actually watch some of it. Um, again, we have this, leading lady is always light skin. We got the colorism going on here. Um, uh, I know I really like maybe the last one or two episodes, and I think it starts off really great, and then it kind of like draws for a while, and then we get some like meandering plot lines that feel kind of unnecessary, and then it has a strong finish. That's what I remember about it. Um, I feel like it's shot really well. Music I don't have memory of, so I assume it's not that memorable. Um, I think the acting is good. The characters are good. Some characters aren't though, and then some motivations are like really weird and a lot of stuff going on. Um, yeah, that's honestly all I have about it. It's a show, not a movie, so kind of different. Uh, I assume I don't remember, but I assume they left off in a spot to where they were expecting a season two, and I'm sure they probably got it. So you know, some plot points left open ended and such. So let's go ahead and get into it. We've had about 5 minutes of preview of prefacing and welcoming back and all that. Welcome back, by the way. If you're a person who's been listening live, like not live, these don't record live, but if you're a person who's been listening as I've been releasing, it's been a while. If you're in the future, it maybe hasn't been that long if you're like binge watching, which I mean, wow, that's cool. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. I tend to do that on this thing, which maybe people like, maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe it adds flavor. Maybe it adds too much fluff. Uh, yeah. Let's get started. Let's do that. All right. So I have just watched episode one of Lovecraft Country. I don't know if I was calling it county before. I know I get confused with that a lot for some reason. I don't know why. I think because in the show they travel through a lot of counties. But it's Lovecraft Country, if I was saying that wrong. Anyway, I watched episode one and I had a revelation that I want to make an actual, I guess I can't call it a video essay because this is a podcast, but I'll make an actual essay about these shows that I've been watching, namely Atlanta, Lovecraft County, Underground Railroad, kinda in there, and maybe also them. I gotta watch that one and be sure that I can include it. And I want to talk about just I think this essay is kind of gonna be like the maybe like the thesis of my channel. Yeah, why am I calling it a channel of my podcast? You know, cause like I'm talking, it's inherently what the specter of anti-blackness is. I mean, I won't get too much into it now because I feel like I'm gonna make a video essay. If I'm gonna make an essay, I gotta write a whole script out. I gotta do a whole thing. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be about I think Afro surrealism is kind of the main medium here, which helps to explore this idea and experience of blackness in America and in the world at large. But yeah, I am going to actually do that. Yeah, I think I might actually be cutting this episode short. Um, I'm going to, I think, split my ideas around my podcast into two different things. I think my podcast is more going to be like review of stuff that I watch and kind of just like this casual, unrefined, unscripted. I was gonna say dialogue, but we all know there's no dialogue yet. Unscripted, unrefined, talking about the different things that I watch and kind of like the should you or should you not watch sort of thing, or listen or read or whatever the medium. I watch stuff. I like TV. Um, and then I'm gonna have, maybe it'll be a YouTube. Maybe I'll finally get into the YouTube biz. I first wanted to start YouTube when I was 17. I want to say 16 or 17. So that was 2014, 2015. And I have been putting it off. First, I was kind of like, oh, I don't have the equipment for it. Um, and then I actually did try maybe in like 2018, 2018, 20, yeah, 2018. Um, but I never really got into it. I'm thinking maybe now's the time. I think I'll like do video essay kind of thing. I'm gonna make a big one about the last few shows that I viewed, and we'll kind of go from there. Like more frequent content on the podcast about just the whatever it's been thus far, and then the scripted, longer, maybe not more serious, but definitely more like video essay like that'll be on YouTube. Um, so maybe I'll just take the rest of the time here to talk about that first episode of Lovecraft. Okay, so first episode of Lovecraft is good. I enjoyed it. It's a very nice pilot that kind of kicks things off, sets up. Okay, so like I think this is the first time I saw. I don't remember the guy's name, but he's in stuff now. I think this was like his breakout role. At least it's the first thing I saw him in. The main guy, he's great. Um, Again, I don't have anything against Journey Smoulier or like light skinned people in general. Like, I know she needs work, who doesn't? I don't have anything against her, like, the casting of light skinned people. But when she's like the only cast, like the only leading cast member, the only main member who's light skinned, like that's when I'm like, come on, like, why is it always the leading lady that has to be in this role? I don't get it. So that is indeed present here. What else? What else? Great acting. Something I'm gonna talk about in the thing, but I'm gonna talk about here too now is it really just looks at people as they are. Shows people as people, and I feel like that's one of the leading cornerstones of good black media is really just showing the humanity of these humans. That's why I really like Barry Jenkins's work. I feel like he does that very good, but it's also done well here. Um, Maybe he had a part in making this. I don't remember. Uh, I enjoy the way that the community is shown in this first episode, the community of Chicago, where it gives me Crooklyn vibes. Um, not every I love how it shows that not everything is peaches and cream. There are cracks within families, and there's these difficult relationships and stuff, and there's things that have to be worked out, and they will get worked out in this show. And it shows white people as like you know monsters in a way of like kind of just normal, but then they become like actual monsters. So that's like interesting. That's a thing. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I watched the episode and I was kind of writing stuff down a little bit, but like maybe a quarter of the way through to like a third of the way through, I had already decided to do this video essay thing, so I stopped writing stuff down. And after I finished the episode, I started working on this script for the video essay. So I don't have as many thoughts around this as I first anticipated to. Um, so I think I will actually just cut this one short. And I still, honestly, I still don't know if I'm gonna do a Lovecraft series or not. Um, I will say though that I guess I can't say it now because I haven't finished the series. But from what I will say now, from what I remember, it's definitely a watch. It's definitely a good show. Maybe I'll finish it and talk about the rest at the end instead of doing, you know, episode. Um, and I don't know what I'm gonna net them. I gotta do them next. And then yeah, we'll go from there. But anyway, thanks for listening to this super short one. Sorry it was super short. Sorry for. I mean, I'm not gonna apologize for the tiredness. You guys know what you signed up for at this point. Um, yeah, I think that's all I have though. Uh, I'll do the thing. I hope that I pray that uh you get a free meal, a good free meal. Free meals are good, but if it's actually good food, that's even better. I hope that you're eating well. Okay, even if you are or if you aren't, I hope a free meal somewhere in your future. Um, yeah. Okay, that's that. and I am now signing off. Thanks for listening. Tune in for the next one. Are these gonna be weekly? They might. They might not. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Let's. I'm gonna try and commit to weekly. All right. I'm saying it now. Don't hold me to it, or do. Uh, but life, like I said in the beginning, life is a thing. So we'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, bye bye.